Okay, so now let's start to do the biceps. So here I separated some images with the origin and insertion of each muscle. In this case, the biceps brachii is gonna be this one, and actually the biceps brachii, it has two heads, like two portions, and it starts from its origin has in the coracoid process. All right, this part over here, so it goes over there, and this is gonna be the short head. And then we have also the long head, which has its origin right over in the supraglenoid tubercle. All right, so one is gonna be the coracoid process and the other in the supraglenoid tubercle. All right, just around this way. This is for the long head and the short head in the coracoid process, and both of them gonna merge together and connect in the insertion here. And the insertion is gonna be right over the beginning of radius bone. Just write that. All right, so let's first hide our deltoids here. We actually forgot to make some fibers in the deltoids. After we can do it, but for the instant, the deltoid, let me check, it's gonna be those. Yeah, here are the deltoids there, and here for the scapula, I'm gonna bring it closer to the part where it connects to the humerus. So here's gonna be the coracoid process, right? Let me check, what is this? Okay, this is supposed to be the abdominal part of pectoralis major. Okay, so now let's make the tendon of the biceps. I think I'm gonna duplicate this bone, humerus bone, and delete higher subdivisions and use this mesh as the muscle. Okay, so I'm gonna first position the long head, which is more in the external part, and position it already on the right place for the biceps tendon, which is over here, the supraglenoid fossa, I guess. No, supraglenoid tubercle. Okay. Okay, so this will be one of them, the short head. And it will goes right over here. So this is very important to know where are the muscles origins and insertion points, because once you understand where are those insertions and origin points, you're gonna be able to position them and model them in any position that we want, because once we know its origin insertion, we're gonna know also its function, and knowing its function, we are able to to tell if in a specific pose if the muscle will be activated or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna duplicate this one as well, and I will bring it more for the origin over here to the coracobrachialis, oh, coracoid process, right over there here. Let me hide the pectoralis major so you guys gonna better understand what are the coracoid process. Here. So I'll wait. Where is? Yeah. And this will be the long head of biceps. Let me merge those two, and it will be easier to manipulate. Let me turn on again. And just missing the pectoralis. Okay, right there. I position it over the diagonal there, which is more natural. And here I'm giving deltoid better positioning. Also organizing the pectoralis major once it's gonna be behind. Just correcting its place right there. Yeah. So I think we can actually make the others muscle first, and then after we go and check the proportions and all the size, the positions, because we have to have the other muscles there to have a parameter for its size and its volume. Yeah, at first I'm gonna leave it like that, but I believe we could make it. Uh, we could adjust everything. Also, those connections here that are, you know, the the pectoralis major should have been more inside the biceps. So we're gonna need to change just a little bit like this. Okay. And then the actual deltoid anterior portion will be above everything like that, but always taking care for having the lateral head, the deltoid lateral head, just besides this anterior head, and this part over here will be more underneath the lateral head. Yep. Okay, so now I think we can go over the triceps, or maybe the brachialis first. Yeah, brachialis should be a nice one. Brachialis you can understand just like let me just as a matrix for the biceps muscle, but uh, differently from biceps, it doesn't came from the coracoid process or even that supraglenoid fossa in supraglenoid fossa, no, supraglenoid tubercle in the shoulder blades. No, the brachialis, it starts kind of in the middle of humerus bone, and it doesn't connect to radius bone. No, it's gonna connect to ulna bone. Okay, so here I think I could duplicate once again this muscle here of the biceps and then I can isolate just one of them and delete, because we're just gonna need one mesh. Alright, let's bring it closer. Good. So here I'm gonna remove the visualization of biceps, and I'll keep only this way like that. So as you can see in this image here, we're gonna have the brachialis connecting to this part of ulna. So I'm trying to connect it here. Yeah, and let's position it. Let me check one thing first. Yeah, here's the biceps, and then the brachialis. It's gonna be underneath the biceps. Okay, so let's make it kind of like a mattress. It's gonna be in both sides like that. Here, gonna delete one loop and isolate just this part and delete hidden, and then I can close holes and recalculate the zero mesh once again. Good. Now it's easier for smoothing. I can even recalculate once again. And here I can use the move brush with back face masking, turn it on. So this way I can easily manage like this by adding more thickness, and yeah. Okay. So now let's check how our biceps. I'm gonna paint it like that red for muscle. Okay, and let's turn on our biceps. Okay. Here I'm adjusting its thickness, and notice that the brachialis, it's gonna appears in this side portion here, the side position, just underneath the biceps. As I said, uh, just as a mattress. Okay, and now I think we can go over the triceps, and after sorry guys, and after we go over the forearm muscles. Okay, let me check, what is this? Okay, the anterior head. And here for the lateral head. Yeah, should be more like this. All right. And yeah, let's start the triceps in next lecture.